Um, as like the movie went on and you started doing your own jokes in between, is it harder as you go to be funny? Like, do you get a writer's block, as you could say, to your jokes, or does it just come naturally and just flows?
I think, there are days where you're more stressed or more tired than others, and being funny isn't ideal, but it's your job, So it's like everyone, if you're having a bad day or you're in a fight with one of your friends or something, and then you go to work, but you still just do your job, and my job entails being funny, and I have to be professional and kind of put what's going on, if something negative is going on in your life, just deal with that after work, leave it at home or leave it, for your off time. But no, I mean, I love what I do, so I feel really lucky to get to be funny and make movies for a living.
You majority of the movie you're with Russell, but you also share scenes with Elizabeth Moss, who played your girlfriend, and you also share with scenes with Sean P. Diddy Combs.
Right.
How was it like working with those two, Sean and Elizabeth?
It was fantastic. I mean, I'm a huge Mad Men fan.
Yeah.
Do you guys watch that show?
Absolutely.
It's so incredible. And her character is so incredible on Mad Men, Peggy, Elizabeth's character. And so Nick and I were excited that she was in the movie, and she's great. She's as you can tell from all of her work, she's an extremely talented actress and nice lady. And Puff Daddy, Sean Combs, he was really eager to get the part, and he auditioned for it, and he earned it, And then when you watch the movie, I think it's a really shocking, because it's a surprise how funny he is, I think he kind of steals the movie because it's so different from anything you've seen him do.
You guys in that scene in the Vegas hotel room, just him chasing you after, just like
right.
Just like the hell was going on?
Yeah. He's great.
What was your favorite scene to shoot?
My favorite scene to shoot was probably the scene with Tom Felton, with Draco Malfoy from Harry Potter. I just loved all the random celebrity cameos we had in the movie.
A lot of random.
Really cool. Yeah.
The Apatow production usually has a reputation of having a lot of scenes that are left on the cutting room floor.
Mm-hmm.
Usually some of them maybe an hour, half hour, whatever. Was there any scene that you liked that didn't end up on the final cut?
Yeah, there were scenes. There was a scene where we're driving around in a Bentley in Las Vegas, and with Diddy and his bodyguard, and Aldous and Aldous' dad, and who's played wonderfully by Cole Meany,
right.
And our friend Dee plays Diddy's bodyguard, Sergio's bodyguard, and Diddy wants everyone to rap, or Sergio wants everyone to just do a freestyle. It was a really funny scene, and it just didn't fit. One of those really funny scenes that'll be on the DVD.
The threesome scene was the most awkward yet funny scene. Was it that awkward for you, or was it you just was really good at acting, so it looked really awkward?
It wasn't as awkward as it was to see the film than it was to shoot. We definitely storyboarded it, and Nick was very gentlemanly and cautious about us feeling comfortable, and very good about that. And we just really wanted Elizabeth to feel comfortable, because in those scenarios, there's mostly male crew members, and we don't want anyone to make the woman in the scene feel uncomfortable, because it's a work environment. You're there to shoot a scene for a movie and not make anyone feel uncomfortable. And she was great, and Russell was great, and it wasn't as bad as it wasn't as awkward as it is to watch. But I think that's a good thing, because it feels very uncomfortable and funny when you're watching.
Yeah.
Well, you said, I talked to you before, you said when you did Superbad, when you came down to Superbad, you said this has been, Superbad was your favorite movie you have done so far.
Mm-hmm.
Is that probably going to change with your upcoming project, or is this, is Superbad still your favorite film that you've done?
I think it's a three-way tie between Superbad, Get Into the Greek, and this movie Cyrus I have coming out.
Yeah.
Superbad will always hold a really special place in my heart, because not only do I love
Since you're so funny and you have such a sense of humor. How hard was it to be serious, like during the pool scene? Was it hard to kind of put on a serious
train
face?
as an actor, actually. So, like, I went to a place called Drama Centre in London, which is like the European equivalent of like the Lee Strasberg School in New York. Very method-based, a lot of crying in the nude is required. But almost on your first day, take your clothes off. I did the crying automatically, just because I felt so intimidated. So, but like, it's like that kind of method acting thing, you know. So, like, because I was like, serious acting was the first thing I thought I was going to do. But once I was crying in the news, there was no way that I was ever going to become anything but a comedian.
Did you get to ad-lib a lot on the spot?
Lots of ad-libbing they do in Judd Apatow films. I think that's a really good way of working. What happens is, mate, they shoot the script, which is brilliant, and it's Stoller Road. Then they go on then, you two, like, playtime, have fun, don't hurt each other. And then you sort of improvise for a while, and then, they sort of cut it together from the best bits.
What was your favorite scene to shoot?
My favourite scene is the one which is me and Joe and Anna talking, because it's easier, and all you're thinking about is funny things to say. Also, actually, I like the scenes with Rose Byrne as well. She's amazing, and the stuff with Cole and Meany. But like, what I don't like are the scenes where you have to be in that swimming pool scene that you mentioned before. I was in that swimming pool for, I think, 8 hours. You know how, like, if you stay in the bath too long, your hands go all crinkly like that? I was like that. Plus, sometimes there's lots of people stood around, like, sort of, when I was sort of swimming in clothes. Sometimes it was alright, swimming in the clothes and everything. Seems sort of weird. The sex scenes were embarrassing, and so mostly I like the scenes where it's just me and Joe doing jokes.
What did it feel like performing at a theater like the Greek as a performer yourself?
Well, it's amazing. In the UK, I played pretty big gigs. I played a place called the O2 Arena, that's 18,000 seats.
Right.
So I'm used to playing big places, but I ain't used to singing in them so much, So that was a novel experience. But the Greek is especially, beautiful venues, has some incredible, people who perform there. So it's a sort of privilege to perform at the Greek, and very, very exciting.
As a stand-up comedian, when you do a gig here in America and when you do a gig over there in England, what's the difference in terms of audience's reaction?
The audience reactions are relatively similar. I have to provide an on-stage glossary of translations of English colloquialisms into American while I'm doing it. Mostly, however, these are sexual terms that I would not say in front of such delightful young people. But that's the main difference, is slang and colloquialisms are often different. But the reactions are similar.
Growing up as a child, did you always have that sense of humor?
Yeah, I think I did. I think it was always the most important thing to me, was, playing, mucking around and not taking life seriously. I think it was the main thing that I had as a kid, because I think it was my defining characteristic for most of my life, particularly when I was, a child. What's going on in that room? Come down, putting your top down, Whitney. Blimey, you and Frank. Together at last. So, when I was a kid, I liked jokes. I've always liked jokes. My friend is Shepard Fairey, the artist. He's the artist that did the Obama Hope image. You know that image? Hope? He done that. He's my friend. His little daughter, Vivian, said to me, "Is jokes your job?" Is jokes your job? I said, yeah, it is. Jokes is my job. And I like that as a job.
When you're performing Out of Snow, what's your musical influences? And when you're a comedian, what's your comical influences?
Musical influences, for being all this now, I like the English rock star Noel Gallagher, Pete Doherty, and then I sort of like to try and get a bit of Jagger and Bowie, and then kind of rock stars when everyone was a bit more irresponsible. Now people are a bit more calm. Let's take life seriously and save the planet. Not like when rock and roll was, let's go nuts.